Divine Rhyme Syndicate.
Underground lords, rapping from the town to the yards, where you ain't quite one of us until you leave with a scar. Some flashy dogs sipping vino, tell it up, breaking laws in my mega trip. Japanese denim, I'm a megazord. Amazing is the style and grace. I leave your chicken all. My homies in the kitchen whipping, trying to flood the strip with raw. Hit you with that digital dope and then expand it. If I'm jumping on the beat, then it's raw. I vocal stamped it. I'm outlandish, broke the mold, it went beyond the standard. Why the lack of understanding, like I wrote this shit in Latin. I'm a one-of-one. So when my soul is gone, there ain't another standing. Ever since the shit attract to mics like some sort of magnet. God level now, I snap my fingers to inflict some damage. Still I'm old school, I hide my face from taking flicks from cameras. I'm a dapper dawn, snapping what I'm rapping on. Rolling with that DRS, and we the champions.
Y'all know the guys, DRS is the tribe. They say the city never sleeps, I ain't resting the eye. Baby crime, mellow vibe, camo bucket disguise. Like Ace said, digital dope is the shit we prescribe. Here's a dosage for your mind, it'll open up in time. Like this baddie out in Brooklyn, she soak it up inside. So steamy drive by, how we smoking up the ride. Wet up on my leather, clever when I'm floating in her thighs. Consistency is key, so I made it my job. Cause these guys open doors, but ain't sparing the rod. A grain of salt with every lesson as I'm turning the knob. I count my blessings every time I see a gesture from God. For all the bags I've acquired and the fabrics I've bought, all the Timbs I laced up against the demons I fought. An iron heart by the yard, still ain't thick as this skin. Divine fibers on my limbs show who's under this brim.
God.
All these phases that we go through, adapting to change how I'm supposed to. Built it from the dirt up, it's still connected local. Struggle turned to motivation if it haven't broke you. Sipping whiskey out the plastic cup, they couldn't fuck with us. Love is love to the opposition, get the throwing slugs. Audio drugs, overproof the batch just because. I meet it twice now for the times when we ain't have enough. Moving through my city, flag the yellow cab. It ain't where you from, Divine, it's where you at. Put the east on my back and next is on the map. Turn my words into cash, got the gift of gab. Welcome to the Chronic Chronicles. Never let emotion supersede what is logical. Did the impossible, survive what death was probable. Mellow move methodical, cause feeling wasn't optional.
Scarred knuckles, smoking barrels in empty chambers. Until real bosses meet, every block's in danger.
I shine too bright, you couldn't limit my exposure. Dug it out in hard times, feet planted like a soldier. City on my shoulder, I told you dope and computer folders. Being nice and spitting ain't worth shit if you ain't got the motor. Every day that passes, death inches closer. Watch me make a name for myself before it's over. The mediocres might as well go and hang them flows up. Cause they ain't half as dope as Mellows. Charging through the lane, throwing elbows. Lock the game into a laboratory experiment like Belgo. 96 jewelry, granted divine immunity. Opened the door when I heard the knock from opportunity. Thrive through the jungle while overcoming the scrutiny. Now every time I'm speaking over beats is a eulogy.
Just for the corner store guardians and hustling deities. Had to scrape it off the plate like my mother was feeding me. Had a job stacking bricks, but the watch wasn't filling them. So I'ma go killing them, synonyms, and get it my way. Till I'm the living proof that indeed rhyme do pay. Me and City run the nights like divine crusades. A lot of capping in your lines, but in time those fade. Cause it's clear that for a break you do whatever it takes, except to keep your dignity, and dog, that's hurting your tapes. I'm better than great, while running the track, y'all running in place. Mellow Mecha, stop you, we done studied the crates and hung around real killers, y'all ain't busting the grape. I put my all into this shit and that's a test of my fate. So better come correct when stepping if you mention an ace. The founder of sin, devoured and rebuild it again. Son, you already lost this battle way before it begins.
Yeah, yo, check it, let's go. The city still gon' make moves in a lockdown, it's hostile. Breaking out the box, Puerto Rock style. Produce a stockpile, best believe I changed cause of chicken. But no difference from folks that say I got foul. Wow, I'm still a product of the rotten apple. When cops harass you and the judges love to drop the gavel. Handing out docket numbers like a raffle, fuck the copper. I'm more about the green like the statue. Scarred knuckles, smoking barrels in empty chambers. Until real bosses meet, every block's in danger. Spring bangers, summer smokers and some will fall. Stack your loot and strategize, that's what the winter's for. Get it all or you can get a job. Time to make investments or you might as well not get involved. 96 jewels on my mind, put them jewels in my bezel. So I shine all the time, that's word. winter. I know you gon' remember Al, for we been together like fresh Timbs and Pele Pals. Ski masking, polo track suits, gold attachment logo on my dad had cash route. The black beauty kept me warm through the city. Windows tinted, it's just me and my committee. Sipping on some whiskey, staying busy through the season. You seen it, I opened doors, but you helped me put the keys in. See, I'm grateful for the plateful you gifted, cause that hunger taught me listen. The praise in my vision and watch the squares in your circle. They tryna find an angle, cause when you're down to toss you a rope, hoping to hang you. Menacing thoughts of manifesting the corpse, when there's so much at stake and you're handed a fork. But a cracked window helped me hear out your whisper. I'll be back around the end of November, dear winter.
I hustle with a snot nose, and that's what built the character. Nothing worked the first time, that only built the stamina. Low profile in this new age where everything's on camera. Hazardous, you hustle backwards, fucking up your averages. My weed and my chicken wings, lemon pepper, Midas every time. Divine rhyme, touch a record, infectious. When we spit it, super spreader. Twice as clever as my past self that I moved ahead of. The coldest winters never slowed the grind. To take what's mine, they try and stab with knives from behind. I move accordingly, read the signs and in between the lines. Everything that mellow paint, one of a kind. I overcame, been inclined, laying beats to rest alive. Feeling like the best alive every time I pen a scribe. Live from that side where you blessed to see the sunrise. When guns cry, candles and my niggas lit outside.
Death's at that door knocking with some grievous intent. Some homies went to adolescence, I ain't seen them again. I seek from within for tales that I leak through a pen. Them dark nights in my city, let my story begin. I'm just a modern day Poe. When I sip from my drink, release the smoke through my nose from the boat that I hit. My main goal to be a boss in any state that I'm in, till I work myself down to the bones of my fists. Cause I could think about the time that I was showing my ribs. The winter nights were mighty cold when the heat didn't kick in. Double dubbed on the garments underneath the bubble coat, just like my homies slinging work on them corners with that soap. Same story, different book, repeating the episode. So approach us with respect when you enter the terror dome. Divine rhyme syndicate, always keeping it cold. Now you know about the past, but go love me when I'm a ghost.
First and 15th, I knew the checks were clear in sight. The freaks appear at night, no pops at home to steer me right. See, I was driven with no guidance, had a vision like some pilots. That 9 to 5 shit, I wasn't buying, I was eyeballing the work before the scale hit the scene. I'm pouring up a dream, getting mixed up with the cream, clocking dollars like Movados. Fuck it in the lotto, it's all about a flip, some on bios on you got those. I felt the rush when the hustlers came to teach, especially with that Luger or that 40 in my reach. And I ain't talking no E's, that shit's for OZs. Hold them instruments for less, imagine a whole key. Listen, look at the scales, they playing on both teams. Gotta watch out for them singers, they holding them notes. Hey yo, free my brother Razor and all the homies with time. From the south to up north, bring them home to NY City.
I write that shit that make my pen bleed like pure coke is all dope. Peace to my Asiatics on all coasts. I'm from the city that never sleeps, we wore coats. Kept the Thule in the lining for the war zones. Only speak the truth when I scribe, your life is all jokes. I'm well connected, ask the Bloods, Crips and folks. My folklore is more solid aura than GMO. Sons of Midas, what the sin touches solid gold. Raps like the track, stamp the bricks and hit the road. Listen less to what you hear, believe half of what you know. That's a gangster's code. If you're doing business, keep it on the low. The devil wants your life, plus your mind, body, and your soul. Word the game that's sold, Divine has the totem pole. We're from the bottom, chipping in a perch a bottle. Now it's LLC's, secret dinners, moving like the Genovese. Speakers aces, one of the greats when you mention me.
This for promo use only. Got it out the mud, through the grind slowly. Government cheese and bologna, instant macaroni. Always kept it real, never fuck with phonies. We've been kicking new sounds for the longest. Different sources, every time I spit on microphones I'm scorching. I watch our struggle trying to carry torches. Behold the pale horses, these divine forces. We wicked authors serving crack on every street corner. Organized, we keep order and move as a unit. Name another team, executing how we do it. Fine tuning every record, tested and proven. I watch their heads turn as they see the evolution. We got a grip on the game and it's never gonna loosen. We only humans push the extremes, forced to adapt as mutants. Wisened up, street codes remain fluent. moving strong, that's word to the blocks I'm on. Get the cheese just to sprinkle on the pasta, God. They know we stars, they can feel it in the ambiance. Don't hit my line if it ain't money. Hyenas in the jungle moving hungry, stay the fuck from me. Ask about Mellow, they gon' tell you that they love me. Open my divine mind, now nothing is above me. Supreme mathematics, study the numbers and applied it. Made a product bubble out of the trenches through the violence. Anything I ever wanted was mine if I eyed it. Broke it down to the science, backed it up and served the clients. Tell me who won it, who, what, where and when. Extend my worth every time I move a pen. Lay the vocals on the track, then I cop the stems. We like the mob in 96, the way we dropping gems.
Working 9 to 5, I hustle from sundown to the sunrise. And then I hit the lab to orchestrate the moves to enterprise. I'm coming up in this game like Jimmy Conway. Pour myself a glass of that yak, put on some Sade. I might take a hit of that Zai to let my mind stray from inner city struggles, always flooded with them crime waves. Navigate the streets, that wasn't easy, but we found ways. Colder than the winter at 96 with grounds paved. Invisible ice, my wrist tells me time pays. Couldn't mention shit about this legend that the town raised. We skip the numbers, so whatever way your style sways. I'm the crowd fave, and in they heart they know the crown reigns. Supreme with the sin, supersede with the pen. And if you didn't have an option, hope they free you from that pen. If I couldn't drop jewels, I'd be out chopping grams. Peace to the gods and the earths that found the truth within.
Now here's 100 for keeping the ice cold. My Deuce on the rock just gives it a nice glow. Round table like a fortress, speaking precise codes. Moving on investments to see how the dice rolls. You know, the maestro coming for that slice old. You interested in stocks? Cop when the price low. Till that bag big as Lizzo, then change it into crypto. Rinse all remittals, then repeat it till it triple. Movado on the wrist, attachment charm piece. Sky dweller visions, all in my arms reach. That's word. You gotta manifest while you're moving, and keep your circle tight and both eyes on recruitment. Niggas that you closest with could leave you in the ruin, or even be the reason why your name started brewing. That's real. I drop science like Bill 9 in the wintertime. Blizzard of 96, meet us at the finish line.